Hi, it's Grave Girls. I'm Danielle.
I'm Charlie.
And it's our show. We're gonna do our show. So here we go. We're back. So we're gonna talk today about how to grow creative inspiration.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. Speaking of creative inspiration, I feel like our new album was very creatively inspired.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a press release and announcement via Metal Devastation Radio. You can go find that press release at metaldevestationradio.com. And, you know, it says a lot of cool things. For example, prepare to be pulled into the shadows. Grave Girls returns with their most spellbinding release to date. Empress of a Shattered Glass, the haunting new album, dropping October 25th. With a mesmerizing fusion of gothic rock, industrial noise, and psychedelic soundscapes, the duo delivers an unforgettable listening experience that's equal parts seductive and surreal. So go find the article. There'll be a link in the description. Yeah, go check it out. So, yeah, Charlie, creative inspiration. What's up? I was gonna ask, what inspires you creatively? And or how do you find creative inspiration? Like what inspires you?
Well, there's one obvious answer that really, really helps. But other things that do so as a visual artist, one of the things that I use to help inspire me and to find exactly the look that I want is to just enjoy other art. The technical term for an artist's art collection is a morgue. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. That's hot. That's very Grave Girls coded.
It's very Grave Girls coded. It's like it was meant to be. But what an artist's morgue is a place where you put a bunch of art that you can draw upon. It's a folder, usually if it's digital. Most of my stuff's digital, but we also surround ourselves with art, and that's the thing we do here at the studio. My desk over there, for instance, right now, I'm painting today, but I have my digital art stuff out because I made a digital thing.
Art and music.
And music. I have my violin out. Because maybe I want to play some violin for a few minutes.
And I use the terms art and music relatively interchangeably.
It's the only reason I distinguish between visual art and like audio art.
Yeah. So for me, a lot of it's, you know, in the audio world, I am a music producer. It's why we're here in the studio. So, for example, we've got this painting behind me. Behind this guitar, it's an original. On the back of it, it says something crazy like Miss Kenner's 5th grade. It's like a childhood school painting, and it's not mine. I actually got it at a garage sale. It's kind of sad, but you know.
I have my opinions on certain artists from recent art history and their funding by the CIA.
And you reckon that these children were not?
I don't think the children were funded by the CIA. I think the teachers were inspired by the artist's style.
Oh, this
and they did a really cool thing.
This whole thing,
and it looks really good, and I think it really works. And it especially
makes the guitar pop.
It really does. I like it.
Yeah, it makes the guitar pop. So. One thing that I am creatively inspired by, because I like an attention to detail in my art, is I like to see that in other art and be inspired by artists who pay a high attention to detail with what they're doing. And, you know, but also there's something to be said about like the messiness of artistic expression, and you know, there's a certain messiness that comes with it. There's a chaos that comes together when you pull all of the elements of yourself that you're drawing from for inspiration. With Grave Girls, I'm not necessarily using every single inspiration that I know of, but I'm using a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people will take inspiration from, just one genre and stuff like that. And I encourage people to pull from elsewhere and do things in a more, allegorically.
For sure. Well, like with us today,
allegorically creative.
We make goth, industrial, cool music. What did we listen to on the way up here?
We listen to some West Coast hip hop.
Like 90s era underground West Coast hip hop. Because why not? It's fun.
Yeah, we like a lot of different music.
Draw inspiration from everywhere.
We draw inspiration from everywhere. I've got a couple playlists on YouTube Music. One of them is called Charlie BB, and it's a playlist I made to impress my trans GF.
It's me.
And
if you didn't know,
it's a collection of songs over the course of the last 2 years that have really stuck home with both of us.
Mm-hmm.
In ways. And, it's 160 songs long, but apparently people listen to it. It's got 2,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an artist morgue, but for music.
Yes, it is. And I have another one. It's called Baby's First Audio File. And, yeah, that exists. And it's a collection of a lot of my favorite recordings.
That's fun. Cough, cough.
You did it too.
I did. Well, so that's the first question?
That is. Yeah, so
Wow.
creative inspiration, where do you draw it from? We talked about that. But yeah, how do you grow creative inspiration? How do you grow it in yourself? How do you foster or develop?
So I've found one surefire way to do that. You practice it.
Practice.
Wow.
Yes.
It's the big surprise. But yes, creativity is a thing you can practice.
Have you seen the movie Mystery Men?
I have.
Okay, you know that the mysterious mystic guy that teaches them to hone their powers.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is, I forget.
I'm thinking
the
of
Raven or
from
something.
South Park.
No, it's
Yeah,
the Raven.
I think that was something like
the
regardless,
Raven.
but yeah.
I don't know.
The classic teacher.
Yes.
Character.
So he says at one point, the student who questions practice only practices asking questions. And I thought it was a really deep, almost deeply philosophical. But it's true.
It is. It's a silly thing.
But it's true. It's true with everything in life that what goes along with that quote, I think, in a lot of ways, is you are what you eat. And so, the art you consume is a lot of, what you'll probably end up, regurgitating into the world as something that you see out of yourself. Regardless of, how away and apart you make your art, you're always drawing inspiration from other things.
So when I was in art school, I was pretty deep into a lot of Ralph Bakshi and a lot of Alex Gray. And so
I could see it.
Right? It makes a lot of sense and then you mash the two together. So yeah, it's a very fun point.
Yeah, I come from a very punk and rock music, metal. A lot of the bands that I record, especially around this Appalachian region, there's a really vibrant punk and metal scene overall. In the area and regionally, and it's just it's something that I've worked in for many years. So that's kind of where I cut my teeth.
For sure.
I cut my teeth. Ow.
I don't know what that means. That's not what that means. That's cutting with teeth.
Yeah. But a lot of times, my creative inspiration, I grow through like shaking it out and just being a little silly. You know,
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it. Yes, play. That's the big one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book called Free Play that I really love. You can go find it, but it's called Free Play, and it's the book called Free Play. But
go ahead.
It's just it tells the story of how in play you are at one with your creative self and your own personal selfish creative energy, which is an important thing to develop as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And so we play. Mm-hmm. Not only do we perform when we play, but we also play at games. Mm-hmm. And we play jokes.
Well, it's the reason I have my desk set up the way it is. I have all of my toys
and
out.
Theater.
I work in that.
Mm-hmm. What were you saying about toys?
Oh, it's the reason I have my desk set up the way it is. Basically, I have all of my toys out, and I can play with whichever one I want whenever the mood takes me. And doing that, it helps me, like, take a break from the thing that I'm getting caught up in. Like, if I'm like, oh, that line doesn't work there. That line doesn't work there. Oh, pick up the violin, play some music. Oh, look, there's where that line goes. Cool. And it all feeds together. It's a whole homogeneous thing.
And another big part of artistic creative development and growth is you need to have an urge to explore. Mm-hmm. You need to be interested in exploring and, taking some of the pain and suffering of this world and making it better.
That too.
Yeah.
Well...
So that's the goal.
That is the goal. I think that's a good
goal.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, you want to...
Oh, yeah. I guess that's it for today. So we're just going to say bye, it's Gigi's. I hope you grow creatively yourself and find inspiration from this video.
If you want to, tell us what kind of things you help, you can comment that. And you should like and subscribe. And if you watch this far, you're really awesome.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Scrape Girls.